Have you ever had something that you just can't shake? Maybe it's a dream or a skill that you're just a natural talent at, but for whatever reason, you just continuously put it on the back burner. You never actually act on it. You try to forget it, but it's like a song that you just can't get out of your head. It keeps coming back no matter what you do. You try your damnedest to forget about it, but you just can't. Maybe it's that hard thing that you keep putting off because it isn't always loud and clear. And you just don't know how you might be able to pull it off or achieve it and bring it to fruition. Sometimes it might be subtle, like a whisper. Sometimes it might be as loud as an airplane. But no matter what you do, after you try to push it out of your head, it just keeps coming back. The reason it keeps coming back is because it's meant to. It's calling you. And today, I want to help you answer that call. Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Chat. Sometimes words are hard. Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Talk. My name is Chad. I've touched on this in the past, but I haven't gone into detail. I haven't gone into depth of what it means to me. It's my belief that thing that I'm talking about that keeps coming back, that keeps calling you, that's your purpose. There's a reason that it keeps coming back. There's a reason why you keep feeling, why it keeps calling you. There's a reason that you can't shake it. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe it's an idea or a dream. Maybe it's a passion that you have that you just keep pushing away and you keep putting it on the back burner in hopes that it will go away. But again, no matter how hard you try, it keeps finding its way back to your mind. It keeps finding its way back into your life. It might be 6 months, it might be a year, it might be a day, it might be multiple years. It might come back to you, come back into your mind in 10 times in a month. But you have a feeling, you have an idea of what that actually is. You don't know how to listen to your instincts. You don't know how to listen to your gut because you've suppressed that ability to listen with your gut feeling through your heart set your entire life. Now I want to help you see how you can recognize it, how you can embrace it, and how you can live it. For some people, it's easy to find. Maybe they're an athlete or a natural born teacher or some skill that they've just constantly gone back to and they've been fortunate enough to nonstop be able to practice and rehearse that feeling and take action at a younger age. Some of those people, they always know, or they automatically know exactly what they were born to do. They know what their calling is and what their purpose is. For others like me and you, it's not that easy. It's just not that simple. We're told by society what we should be doing. Society has become the ones that dictate where we should be at what age, what our net worth should be, and what we should have accomplished by a certain age or a certain timeline in our lives. Jordan Peterson, he says when you first start doing something, you don't know what you're doing, but that's okay. That's accepting your vulnerability and your ignorance. That's humility, the willingness to act a fool in the face of strangers. That's an act of courage. Hello. Real purpose, true purpose, is that thing it's internal. It's that thing that brings you alive, and it's something that you'll do even when nobody's watching. You're not looking for acceptance. You're not looking for validation. We all have at least that one thing that we do that does that for us. We just don't always do it. Think about this. Your purpose is unique to you. It's going to look different from everybody else. Nobody else can realize it for you, and nobody else can tell you what it is. We all have a different purpose. We might have our purpose in a similar niche, but the fact remains that we all have a different purpose. Your purpose is that thing that's a combination of your passion, of maybe of your skill, that thing that you can offer the world. It's that thing that you find value in, and you believe that the rest of the world can find value in it as well. And I can tell you, once you start living in alignment with it, everything changes. Everything changes. I've taken note of 5 things that you can do to recognize that will help you find your purpose. Some actionable steps that you can implement today. Number 1, like I said earlier, it keeps coming back. And you can't get rid of it. You can't shake it. You can only push it out of your head for a little while, but it keeps coming back. Your purpose is your passion. That's why it keeps coming back. You might try to ignore it and move on to something that is a little more practical, or what somebody else might define as practical. And no matter what though, even when you're doing something that is more practical, that dream, the idea, the feeling, it keeps circling back to you no matter what you do. The second thing I would say is that it excites you and it terrifies you at the same time. It feels like something that's bigger than you. It feels like something that you can't achieve because at the moment you don't know how to. And that in itself makes it intimidating or overwhelming to consider or think about. But that feeling that's inside you, it's like a fire. It's like lighting a fire inside of you that you just cannot extinguish. Number 3, it feels natural. No matter if you've started to pursue it or not, no matter if you've decided to take steps towards it or not, it eases you. It might calm you. And you will feel a sense of ease whenever you think about it. It'll put a smile on your face. It might even make you cry. It almost feels like home. It feels like home. It's something that's been a part of you, but you've just kept it hidden. You're afraid to admit it to other people, or sometimes you're afraid to do anything about it. Number 4, when you do it, time flies. It's extremely easy to lose track of time whenever you're doing it. A lot of the gamers that watch this channel, because when they play those video games, they might mistake their desire to play video games for passion. They might think that because time flies by while they're playing games, that is their passion. But I caution that one, because that's not always the case. However, it is one that most of us can relate to. And if you are a gamer, it may be the case. There are people that have a true passion for playing video games, and they're able to turn that into absolute incredible success. And the reason why the time flies when you're doing it is because it energizes you. It makes you feel alive. It makes you want to keep going and keep doing whatever it is. Number 5, even though you may not have done anything to pursue it or taken any action and started heading in that direction, you still can't imagine your life without it. If you're still with me, go down in the comments and write purpose. Let's take an actionable step for all of our future, for the people that come in here and watch this in the future. We need to spread these words around so that people can learn to embrace them. We need to be able to get the word out so that we can help as many people as possible, because we all deserve to focus on it, and we all need to be able to drive it home for each other and light the fire in each other, inside of each other. Even if you see it as a whisper right now, deep down inside of you, that you wouldn't feel complete without it. You know that you wouldn't feel complete without at least pursuing it and taking some sort of direction or action in a step in that direction. It's like a piece of you that you feel needs to be expressed. Maybe you need to get it out of you. You feel the urge to tell somebody, but you're afraid of their opinions or their judgments. Once again, you just internalize it. You keep it to yourself. You keep it hidden, as if it never came to you in the first place. A lot of us will resist our purpose because it doesn't always fit in a neat little box. It doesn't always fit into what we feel is our life, or what is our life at that moment. And it might be that way because it's not what society expects, or what your family expects, or your friends, or those people that you've always been close to your whole life. It might feel messy, and more often than not in the beginning, when you actually start to pursue it, when you start to take action, when you do that thing, you're not going to be any good at it. Sometimes you are natural born, but things have to progress to the point where you're able to find your stride, and things just start moving in a direction that you can see and feel, and God damn it, I found my stride. I think I found this shit. This is where I'm going, and this is how I'm going to get there, and I'm going to keep pushing ahead. I'm sticking to it, and I'm fucking doing this time. It could feel because it's going to be messy, and it's going to be messy. It could feel impractical or risky. You don't know if or how you could actually turn that into a living, whether it's right now or in the future. But you just know that you have to keep trying. You have to keep doing it. When you know that feeling and you begin to realize what it is, you have to think, what's scarier? Never doing it, or actually taking steps and heading into that direction? And no matter what you do, if you keep resisting your purpose, something will always be missing. A part of you is always going to be missing. You can't hide that. You can't lie to yourself about it. And that's exactly why it keeps coming back to you. It's like the universe telling you or reminding you, hey, this isn't going away until you do something. I'm here, right? It's the universe doesn't want to let it go because it's there. It's coming back to you for a purpose. But you have to understand though, your purpose, it's not going to always be clear. You're not always going to be able to know the details right away. You're not going to know every little step to take in the beginning. Most of the time, it's something that you just have to get started on. And sometimes, most of the time, that purpose and those steps, they will begin to reveal themselves over time, as long as you head the direction that the universe is telling you to go, and you follow your gut, or your guardian angel, or God, or whatever you believe in, however you want to look at it. That's up to you. The universe, God, guardian angel, I'm simply using that as a blanket term, because we all have different beliefs and views on what we see as God, or who it is, or what it is. If you have that idea, it's your job to pursue it. It's your job and your purpose to start exploring it and following it, whatever it manifests to be. But the point is, you have to take small steps. One of the reasons that I keep trying to drive home the importance of small goals and the importance of winning, because you have to take those small steps. You have to win those small goals. You'll never be able to find a stride if you don't start walking. When you start walking, no matter what, you're always going to have a direction, but you have to start walking to find that direction, or to know what that direction is and where it can lead to. An example is, if you're like me, you've always dreamt and you've always known in the back of your mind that you want to be a great speaker, and you've known since the day you first saw YouTube and knew what its potential was, that your calling was to start a YouTube channel and become a speaker, but you just didn't have the balls to do it. I put this shit off for 10 years, 10 fucking years. I don't regret it, but I can't help but to feel and think, what if? I don't think that that's a healthy way to think. I think that that's something that we have to push out of our minds, but we have a tendency to do that, all of us. None of us are immune. Even the most successful people in the world, they have something that they're going to look back at and think, what if? As soon as you find yourself thinking that way, try to recognize it and release it out of your head, because it doesn't matter. Nothing will ever change because of what if. It's in the past, and there's nothing you can do about it now. Conor McGregor said it best. He said, if you live in the past, you'll be depressed. If you live in the future, you'll be anxious. If you live right now, you'll find happiness. The steps that I started taking for this YouTube channel, I decided I was going to do it. This channel was originally intended for both Robin and I to start creating content. We just didn't know when or how we were going to do it. So I just grabbed the bull by the horns, pressed record eventually. And that's why it's morphed into just me doing talking head type content and trying to motivate you guys. That's why the name is In Nutrition and in Health, is it's a play on your vows when you get married, because this is a journey that her and I are in together. And when I press play, or before I press record, I spend hours upon hours just talking to myself. Right now, you guys see my AirPods, I wear them every day. I'm listening to music. It's music that helps me get in flow. It's instrumental only. It doesn't give me there's no words, there's no lyrics really, for the most part. And it's always been the same album because it helps me get in the state of flow. It's the same music that I listen to when I meditate, when I do my box breathing. The artist's name is Closey. She's a French musician. She's freaking incredible. The album, you spell her name C-L-O-Z-E-E. She's absolutely incredible. I've been listening to her for a long time. And the album that I listened to is called Neon Jungle. Go check it out. It's absolutely incredible music. And it helps me, it really, truly helps me find my flow. It helps me get deep into thought and find my focus so that I can create these videos. When I listen to her, when I listen to this music, I realize how deep in thought I get. And I've noticed that I need to get that thought out of my head. And I realized I need to practice putting my thoughts into words. I literally just started talking to myself. Eventually, I started grabbing my phone and I started talking to the camera on my phone. I didn't press record. I just started watching or talking to myself, to where eventually I was able to get to the point where I did press record. And that's why I say, just go, just press record. Hello. It's just like taking those baby steps that I talk about, just putting your gym clothes on, putting your running shoes on. Eventually you'll find the direction and you'll press record. After you press record, then upload the videos and trust the process. Like I said, it's going to be messy. You don't need all the answers right now, but you need to get started. You're not going to like what you see. You're not going to like the sound of your voice. Hello. You're not going to like the way you look on camera, but that's because we are our own worst critic. And we've allowed society to lie to us, to program us into believing that if we find something, an attribute about ourselves, or if we find ourselves beautiful, that's all because of ego. We don't love ourselves enough, but you need to do it anyway so you can find that stride. The moment you stop running from your purpose, the moment you start embracing it, everything around you, your life, inside and out, will begin to change. Things will start to fall into place, but you understand, it won't always be easy. In fact, it'll probably never be easy, because it's going to force you to grow and push outside of that comfort zone, to develop those muscles you've kept hidden your entire life. But that's exactly what makes this so powerful. You can't grow until you get outside of your comfort zone. It's impossible for you to grow in your comfort zone. I guess if you sit on your ass and you eat junk food all the time, you're going to grow, right? Just not in a positive way. But in the pursuit of finding your purpose, you will grow both internally and externally. Because for the first time in your life, you're going to find a lot, you're going to feel alive, and you're going to know that you are heading in the right direction as long as you follow your gut. Hello. Here's what I want you to do. Start pursuing that thing that keeps coming back to you. Stop pushing it away and start taking steps, putting down those pavers on your path to your purpose. Maybe you can start writing something down, not a goal, but a direction. You could make a goal to write down one thing about that feeling or that idea every single day. Eventually, you will know what to do, and you will know where to head, because your purpose isn't going away. That idea is not going to go away. It's going to continuously come back over and over and over throughout your entire life. Thank you for spending your time on me. And I say spending your time on me because we forget that time is the most valuable currency we have. There is nothing more valuable, period. And I appreciate the hell out of every one of you. I want to thank you for showing up. I hope you're showing up for yourself. I'll be back here tomorrow as usual. I hope to see you then. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.